Solve the triangle. We're given two angles in the included side, so it's angle side angle this time. And that is one of the law of sines criteria. So we're going to use that. But first I'm just going to use the triangle sum theorem to find this measure of angle C. So the measure of angle C is going to be 180 degrees minus 45 degrees minus 71 degrees. And I think we've used this triangle sum theorem enough times where I can just write it this way and you can follow along. Remember that it's 45 degrees plus 71 degrees plus measure of angle C equals 180 degrees. But writing it this way is a little more efficient, so I'm just going to do that. So 180 minus 45 degrees minus 71 degrees, 64 degrees. So the measure of angle C is 64 degrees. And I'll go ahead and label that in here as well. It might serve you to go ahead and copy this drawing onto a piece of paper. That way you can fill in the information like I am as you work through the triangle. It makes it a little bit easier. Okay, now I'm going to solve for, let's say, side length B. So I'm going to say sine of angle B to side B equals, and we know the information for C, both the angle measure and the side, so that's going to be the other ratio. Sine of C to C. Alright, so this is going to be sine of 71 degrees to side length B equals sine of 64 degrees to 15.6. So cross multiplying, we're going to have B times the sine of 64 degrees equals 15.6 times the sine of 71 degrees. So let's go ahead and simplify. Sine of 64 degrees is 0.8988 when you round it. So B times 0.0988 equals, and I'll do the 15.6 times the sine of 71 degrees. So 14.7501 when you round it. Now divide both sides by 0.8988 to solve for side length B. $16.41 and so on. We'll just call it 16.4. So there's another unknown side. Okay, now we need to solve for side length A. So I'm going to say sine of A to A equals sine of B to B. Substitute the known information. Sine of 45 degrees, because that is the angle measure of A. And side length A we don't know, so I'll put A for that. Sine of B, well, measure of angle B is 71 degrees, 2, and the length of side B we just found is 16.4. So we'll go ahead and cross multiply. So it's going to be A times the sine of 71 degrees equals 16.4 times the sine of 45 degrees. Okay, so let's figure that out. Sine of 71 degrees, 0.9455. So A times 0.9455 equals 16.4 times the sine of 45 degrees. 11.5966. Okay, then we'll divide both sides by this 0.9455 to solve for A. So A is 12.26 or 12.3. Okay, the triangle is now solved. So let's review the process. We were given two angle measures in the triangle, so we used the triangle sum theorem to find the third angle measure. And then we used the law of sines to find side B, and then use it again to find side A. And that's it.